So I was on the eShop buying some DLC for Hyrule Warriors when I was rummaging around and what do I see? Ocarina of Time ported to the Wii U. What in the ass? And then I saw it was only 10 gold doubloons and I mysteriously felt my hand creep towards my wallet and whip out my debit card. I mean, the remake is great on the 3DS, but nothing beats that smooth as fuck Pro Controller. So instead of being a negative little bitch, which I've been a lot on this channel recently, I want to make a video gushing about the Virtual Console. Fuck! But what is the Virtual Console, you ask? Well, let me explain it to you, you baby back bitch. Behold, the Virtual Console. A way to play older games your mama and papa used to play all for the price of John Candy's comedy favorites. Now, while I've known about the Virtual Console for a while, I've had no interest in it. I just thought it was fucking TurboGrafx 16 and NES games, which are games that aren't really my cup of tea. But boy was I fucking wrong. They got Super Nintendo, N64, Game Boy Advance, DS. Need I go on? It's a real shame that I've had no clue that the Virtual Console was this good for so long. I didn't even know it was a thing until like a year ago. Not on the Wii U, not on the Wii, not even on my 3DS. But I did a poll on Instagram, and all of you guys that voted said that you knew about it. What, was I just out of the fucking loop? The kid that's owned a Wii since day one? Am I just that fucking stupid? So I asked the question, why did Nintendo never advertise on TV that you can buy older games? Like, I get that they were advertised online, but in the midst of their shitty television ads, just advertise the Virtual Console. Just say it. Spit it out. Just fucking once. Because I know damn well that like half of my family would have bought a Wii U if they knew that there were 4 Mario Karts in the damn thing. And that's not even counting Mario Kart Wii through backwards compatibility. And speaking of which, not only is the game library multiplied times 2 thanks to that, but you can also buy certain games from the Wii that are being sold at ridiculous prices for only 20 smackaroons, 20 doubloons, 20 crackaroons. Because Nintendo isn't going to keep a game at a ridiculous price just because the demand for it is high. And they definitely know that you're not going to pay a lot for a game that's been released an assload of times on an assload of consoles. Original Legend of Zelda, $5. That's like 2 Chicken Littles. Super Mario 64, $10. That's 2 whoppity wop wop wiki wiki wah wah whoppers. I promise I had to look those up. I didn't fucking memorize the menus. But what about Sony's approach? What if I wanted to play Destroy All Humans on my PS4 at a 1080p resolution, but it's the exact same game just upscaled? Pay me $20, bitch! Oh, you want to play a game that just came out last gen? Fuck you, use a subscription service! Explicit language aside, this just doesn't sit right with me. And despite me technically being a Sony pony since I was born, this shit makes me very sad. It's like the Sony that tried to put PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 games all into a PlayStation 3 hardware fucking died when the PlayStation 4 came out.
Justice! They're just doing this because they're a company, and Nintendo does the same thing by re-releasing games on Virtual Console just for new systems.
Okay, here's the thing. When Nintendo does it, I don't become so fucking angry that I could punch a framed picture of John Stamos. And that man is a national treasure. Look, if you follow me on Instagram, I was going to release a video talking about value in video games, and I scrapped it. Because it was just a long, drawn-out version of this. We know what causes a game's value to decrease. Multiple releases, dated mechanics, lower resolutions, and muddy textures. But who determines a game's price from there? The developers, the store, the reviewers, the general audience? Video games are art. So who puts the price on art? Who says that something like Xenoblade Chronicles shouldn't still be worth $60? And while I sort of kind of stand by that question, I would much rather pay $20 or even $30 for Xenoblade Chronicles than $20 for fucking Destroy All Humans. And not just because I want to pay less for my games, but because Xenoblade Chronicles is hailed as one of the best Wii exclusives of all time, and just an outstanding RPG. Destroy All Humans, while given positive reviews, has been released on 3 platforms and is backwards compatible on a 4th. A multi-platform exclusive. Do you see where I'm trying to get by that? And the business model of being able to buy the games you want instead of paying a bulk price for a bunch of shit you don't care about is just more pro-consumer. It's better for me and it's better for them. They get more money, I get what the fuck I want. Now, if my video on Star Wars video games has taught us anything, it's that if something is good, it's not going to last very long. And I love the Switch. It's one of my favorite Nintendo consoles. However, as someone who's used Nintendo Switch online, I can confirm that they fucked it up on the retro games front. Maybe Nintendo thought that they just needed the NES games just for the fans, which completely shoots the idea of an NES Classic in the foot in my opinion, but hey, who the fuck listens to me? I know that Nintendo loves to innovate and try new things. I mean, hell, just look at their hardware for the past 20 years. Actually, for the past ever. But this new business model has become the exact antithesis for what the Virtual Console was so cool for. And I'm not saying that down the line they can't alter it or change something or add new consoles, but as it is right now, it's beyond disappointing. My family thinks I'm extremely critical and I'm overthinking it when it comes to these lines of code that cause flashing lights and possibly intense rage if you're playing Mario Kart.
Oh my god!
But I'm pretty much a kid in the fucking candy store when it comes to games. I'm not playing Ocarina of Time or Super Mario Odyssey and critiquing it my entire playthrough. I'm just trying to have fun when it comes to playing games. Nintendo used to be the place to go for new games in old games, not the same 10 fucking games that get re-released all the time. And at one point, it was a place where handhelds, older consoles, and newer games could all be played by the same snot-nosed shit-face of an 18-year-old. But now Nintendo, Microsoft took your place, with like 5 exclusives, but an assload of older games. However, the fact that you made me compliment the Xbox One is a sin that you should carry to your fucking grave. Damn it. This video became negative too. Son of a bitch!
Beside the green, green grass, swing, swing, swing the spinning step. You wear those shoes and I will wear that dress. Oh.